When people in the United States first saw the photo of a small cat with a frowning face in 2012, most of them didn't know who she was, where she came from, or why she looked so annoyed. They only knew one thing: the expression made them laugh. The picture spread from one user to another faster than anyone expected, and within a few hours the internet invented a name for her. They called her Grumpy Cat. The name fit instantly, even though the cat herself wasn't truly grumpy. Her real name was Tartar Sauce, a mix of unusual genetics that gave her a permanent frown and a look that felt both irritated and adorable at the same time. People looking at her photo felt something that is rare online. They felt a small spark of joy without having to think too hard about it. The first reason Americans liked her so much came from how the internet culture worked at that time. Memes were growing, fast and chaotic, and users were searching for something easy to share. Grumpy Cat was the perfect shape for a meme. Her face didn't need explanation. You could look at her expression and instantly imagine a dozen sarcastic captions. People were already used to humor that was based on frustration, exhaustion, and mild annoyance. But instead of writing long jokes about those feelings, they could use her face and let it speak for them. Her frown captured the mood of people who were tired after work, annoyed by daily routines, or disappointed by something small. She became a symbol of honest irritation in a world where everyone felt pressured to appear cheerful. Another early reason she caught attention was timing. Americans were dealing with the remains of the financial crisis, stressful jobs, rising costs, and a culture that pushed constant positivity. Many people liked the idea of a cat refusing to pretend everything was perfect. The honesty in that tiny frown felt refreshing. And even though the face looked annoyed, the cat herself was sweet, gentle, and calm in every video. That can't. When her fame began spreading across every corner of the internet, Americans started using her image in ways that went far beyond simple jokes. Her expression became a kind of emotional shorthand. People would post her face to show how they felt about long workdays, complicated relationships, or even small, everyday irritations like standing in traffic or waking up early on Mondays. The humor came naturally because her expression captured a feeling everyone knew well. Instead of complaining out loud, they let her face do the talking. It felt lighter, funnier, and strangely comforting. Her owners continued sharing small clips and photos, and every piece of content sparked new waves of memes. Americans enjoyed how flexible her expression was. It worked for sarcasm, frustration, disbelief, boredom, and even fake anger. The internet had produced funny animals before, but none with a face that fit so many moods. This flexibility kept her popular long after typical viral trends faded. People also started appreciating her personality more deeply. In interviews and behind-the-scenes videos, she showed a calm, gentle nature. She didn't hiss, scratch, or push away. She simply existed with quiet patience. Americans admired this peaceful side because it balanced the jokes about her grumpy appearance. The contrast between her face and her temperament made her more lovable. It felt like discovering a hidden layer beneath the meme, and it made her seem more real. Many Americans also noticed something relatable in her challenges. Her dwarfism and underbite made her body small and her movements cautious. Instead of pitying her, people saw her as resilient. She wasn't bothered by her differences. She lived comfortably, surrounded by care and affection. That message resonated with a culture that values individuality and self-acceptance. People found her inspiring without turning her into a symbol of struggle. She simply lived her life, and they appreciated that purity. As more years passed, Grumpy Cat's presence online shifted from simple entertainment to something that carried a sense of comfort and nostalgia. People who had first discovered her during their school years were now adults with jobs, responsibilities, and bigger worries. Seeing her face again felt like reconnecting with a small part of their past, a reminder of a time when the internet felt friendlier and less overwhelming. Americans often attach emotion to small moments like that, and Grumpy Cat became part of the shared memory of an entire generation. Her influence also began showing in unexpected places. Teachers used her memes as light-hearted breaks during lessons. Therapists kept small grumpy cat toys in their offices because they helped anxious clients relax. Hospitals displayed her on posters with simple messages about patience and humor. The sight of her frown somehow softened stressful environments. It wasn't the usual inspirational message. It was honest in a funny way. People felt that honesty deeply, especially in a world where positivity sometimes felt forced. Her popularity also showed how Americans felt about the balance between humor and truth. They liked that she represented irritation without bitterness. She didn't scream, argue, or attack. She simply stared with a look that said, in the quietest way possible, that life could be annoying sometimes. That kind of expression made people laugh at moments they would normally complain about. Her memes became a tool for coping. Instead of venting in long posts, people would share her face with a short caption and move on. The humor helped them release tension without deep conflict. Even though she became a major celebrity, nothing about her personality changed. She didn't suddenly start playing with cameras or showing off. She remained the same slow-moving, calm, laid-back cat who preferred being held gently. Americans respected that. They admired that she didn't have to do anything to be loved. Her N. As the years went on, Grumpy Cat's image settled into a lasting place in American culture. She no longer depended on trending posts or new memes. Her expression had become something people understood across generations, almost like a small piece of emotional language everyone shared. Even if someone hadn't seen her original photos, they instinctively recognized what her face represented. It was the feeling of being tired but still functioning, irritated but still moving forward, disappointed yet somehow amused. Americans related to that mixture deeply because it reflected everyday life in a clear and honest way. One of the reasons her influence continued was how she made difficult emotions feel harmless. People often struggle with stress, pressure, and moments of discouragement, but they don't always want to admit those feelings directly. Her face let them acknowledge those emotions without shame. Sharing a Grumpy Cat meme was easier than explaining why they felt worn out. It allowed people to laugh at their own frustration instead of burying it. That kind of humor became a tool for emotional balance, and she was at the center of it. Her role in American humor also showed how simplicity can carry a lot of power. Most viral trends come with complicated jokes or high-energy videos. Grumpy Cat had none of that. She didn't need movement or sound or dramatic expressions. She didn't even need to pose. Her face alone created the entire joke. That simplicity made her timeless. No matter how much online humor changed, her expression remained relevant because human frustration never disappears. It's a universal feeling, and she captured it perfectly. She also continued inspiring creators, artists, and even writers. People used her face in cartoons, recreated her in digital art, and included her in tributes that mixed humor with affection. Some created new joke formats using her expression as a base. Others used her as a symbol of classic internet culture, showing younger